1-0. Is swung on and missed, strike one. The 1-1 home. Back up the middle. And that'll get through into center. So there's your possible go-ahead run on base now to lead off.
This one at all. They haven't been able to string anything together.
Not bad.
First baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in as he'll take a changeup here for strike one. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2.
Got him.
As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Nicholas Castellanos comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Count is even 1-1 to Nicholas Castellanos. In for strike two. Fouled off. The next 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game.
Matt, just about everything he's doing is working. All of his pitches, great command, great location. And the big key, with two strikes, he's attacking the zone.
From the stretch, here's the pitch.
0-1.
And this one's down off the shoe tops, 1-0. Two out with the possible go-ahead run at first. A ball and a strike. Hit out towards second. Scooped up on the backhand.
He's out.
Throw on to second for the force, and the side is ready once again. Adam Duvall. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at-bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. Got him! And he goes down on strikes for the third time. So you've got to figure he's got a good chance here to finish this one off. And with that in mind, we take a look at the league leaders in complete games. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Here comes the first pitch. Swung on and missed for the first strike.
I don't know if this is great deception by the pitcher, great arm action, or just bad offensive approach. They got to find a way to get something in the zone. Somebody's got to be willing to take a pitch, maybe move something the other way to kind of calibrate what the strike zone's going to be.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
He'll try again. 1-2. This one's down to third. Ramirez showing off his range. Throw, and he's called out on a close play at first. Next will be the designated. First pitch on its way. Grounded to the right. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. 3 down. Coming to the plate now, Grayson Greenier. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in this at-bat.
So back to the top of the Detroit lineup, digging in, Josh Harrison, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. One ball, no strikes to count. Hit back toward the mound. Kipnis ranging to his right. On to first, and they're an out away. 2 gone here in the 9th. Ready for another shot now. Jordy Mercer. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
And that misses for ball 1.
This offense is going to have to find a way to get going. It's happened in the past. Every team goes through it where everyone seems to fall into a funk at the same time. Everyone needs to relax and not try and be the hero and just start getting the leadoff guy on.
And he gets this one over at the knees for the first strike. And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
He's been throwing strikes all day, so you're not up at the plate thinking he's going to walk you in this situation. You need to be aggressive and sit hard at the plate.
Now this small but vocal crowd come to their feet. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Kipnis is there. Throw on to first will be in time, and the Indians make it 6 straight victories now as this one is over.
Yeah, they could only manage 2 hits against him the entire game, so they were never really in a position to even challenge him. Rock solid win and a memorable performance.
4-0 the score tonight. The Cleveland Indians earn home victory number 50 on the season. Number 23 gets to double digits with his 10th win of the year as he allows only 2 hits over 9 full innings. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
For our ball game tonight, for the victorious Cleveland Indians, 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 44 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
With the team's chances hanging by a thread, this skipper calls for a last stand.
Time for baseball now on a Wednesday night in the windy city of Chicago. Tonight, the second of three.
Play ball.
In now is John Jay. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A swing and a ground ball to third. A dive, and he knocks it down. And a good try to recover that time, but he'll beat it out as he's aboard to kick off the inning. Up next for Chicago, Yolmer Sanchez. As we check out how he did in August versus how he's finishing off the season down the stretch here in September. Fellas, we check out the Tribe as they begin here tonight. They came up a little short last time out, but they've still been one of the hotter teams around, winning 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty B. You know one thing you don't want to do here, D-Row? You've been on some good teams. Not to lose focus at this point of the year, to keep the big picture in sight, because there is a postseason lurking, and it's so easy to get ahead of yourselves and not take the rest of the schedule serious.
I think the nice thing for this team is that they won the division. They will, for whatever happens, get a 5-game series. It's not that 1-game wild card, win or go home. This team can prepare themselves to battle and try and win 3 out of 5.
Time now to check the starting lineup card for the Chi Sox in this one. Mark, what do you have on this group in front of the home crowd tonight?
This is not even a stat you probably would have even looked at 10 years ago. The fact that this team's last in walks in today's game bodes a lot of trouble. They will swing at the rosin bag. Do not expect this pitcher to come over the heart of the plate in any meaningful position, because he knows he's going to get a lot of swing and miss.
And set up working the plate is Larry Bullard, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Hey, D-Row, Larry Bullard, he's pretty much right down the middle. You see very few managers and players getting into very many confrontations with Larry.
Yeah, Larry lays in the weeds, Dan. Doesn't try and make it about him, and that's what the players love. He's got a pretty consistent strike zone, and he's approachable.
Jay leads off first with 1 away. Popped up. Santana has room in foul territory, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. So here's Daniel Ponca now. He drove in 2 of his club's 3 runs in last night's affair. High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Ready now for the White Sox, Wellington Castillo, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here comes the first pitch. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
Snuck that high, hard one by him without a swing, but that's a pitch and location he can do a lot of damage with. Got to be careful doing that.
1-1 the count to Wellington Castillo. Casilla tends to exploit left-handed pitching. Many hitters are better against opposite-handed arms, of course, but he's considered one of the best hitters in baseball in these types of matchups.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
And the sinking fastball, called strike 3, and that's out number 1.
Here's how the Indians are setting up on D. And if you look at the numbers on this team, defensively, they're in the top 5, fewest errors in the league. Flashing the leather, picking and grinning, keep an eye on them. They play stout defense.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And up next, it'll be Tim Anderson.
Anderson.
Now here's one hit in the air to the right side.
Nope, that's foul.
But this will land untouched. Line to short, but gobbled up there, and there are 2 away. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, the right-handed hitting outfielder, Brandon Guyer.
Guyer.
And that's by him. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
When you're facing a guy with this many pitches in his repertoire, I say throw everything out. 0-2, he's sitting fastball.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. The 0-2 delivery. And the cutter got him swinging. Strike 3, and the side is retired. 1. Here's Yonder Alonso. Took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
The 0-1 delivery. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out. Striding in, Yoan Moncada. And you see what he's done in recent action. Obviously seeing the ball well right now. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
Jumped ahead with strike 1 there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights out stuff, so it's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hitters on their heels.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
1 ball.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Ball
a
2.
little low. It's 2-2.
2-2 to count.
He went with the off speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
Here's another 2-2. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning. Coming to the plate now, John Jay will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. 1-0 the count. 2 out, nobody on. Now a swing, and he pops it foul behind the plate. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the. Ready for another chance? Yomer Sanchez comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind.
He'll get it into second, and he is in there. So a struggle that time for him in center field, and as a result, he'll be tagged with the 8 on the play.
Now batting.
So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now, and he's about as dangerous as they come. Without a doubt, he's one of the true icons in the sport today. From the belt, the pitch. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. So far this year against Southpaws, Abreu is holding on to a batting average way down in the 210s.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise. Hey, as a former infielder, nothing hurts your heart more than making errors behind your pitches. Let's see if this guy can pick them up right here.
Now a fastball. Oh, look below the knees, but he rings him up anyway, and there's one gone.
I think we're starting to see the frustration mount from this offense. It's been a pretty dominant performance on the mound, and these hitters have had no answer for anything he's throwing up there. That will wear on you if it lasts throughout most of the game like it has here.
Now batting.
Stepping in now, Daniel Palka. As with one away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike one. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here comes the 0-1. He looks like he's toying with him here. It's 0-2.
Just don't understand the game plan right here. Walking up to home plate, you had to think you could potentially be pitched around. But now you find yourself down 0-2, and it's a battle.
Swing and a miss as he ran that two-seamer right by him for the second out. Stepping in, Wellington Castillo. Runner in scoring position with two gone. Hit softly on the ground to third. Ramirez charging in on it. Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt him after. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. He leads off in the bottom of the fifth as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
There's a swing and a high pop-up. And there's the first out. Stepping in, Brandon Guyer. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. And that swung on and missed for strike one. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Popped him up. Lindor has a play. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Striding into the box, Yonder Alonso. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, Matty, big time K last time up, and it's been a tough series for him so far. You can tell he's just not seeing the ball off this team. Let's see if he can make an adjustment right here.
0-2 to Alonso.
Well, he's done a great job on the hill throughout this game, and it's something to be proud of anytime you can pitch a good game in this ballpark, especially when it's not your home ballpark.
No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. 2-3 go to. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
2 balls and no strikes, the count to Yoan Moncada.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at-bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now, and he's got a real good count at 2-0.
Lindor stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Jon Jay. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Oh, and it looks like a visit to the video room may be in order after that hack. It's 0-2 now.
You could just see this guy out on the mound right here. Just the body language. He knows he's on top of his game. Executing a nasty slider down the way right there, giving this offense no chance.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Jon Jay goes down for the 2nd out here in the bottom half. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1.
This offense is going to have to find a way to get going. It's happened in the past. Every team goes through it where everyone seems to fall into a funk at the same time. Everyone needs to relax and not try and be the hero.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Leading off the inning, Jose Abreu. And they'll need him to get something going here. First delivery to him on the way. And a cut fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the break, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. So he's still got his shutout working here in the 7th. And with that in mind, we check out the league leaders in shutouts. And as you see there, that number has him tied for second in the AL in that category. Upper part of the zone there, but taken for a strike. Fastball laid off well below the knees. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Ball and 2 strikes now.
You can tell this offense is getting frustrated, but this might be one you have to shower off. When a guy's locating like this, fastball at the knees and to both corners, it's going to be tough for them to do anything with it.
The 1-2. Popped him up. Plawecki waits on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. So coming to the plate, Wellington Castillo. No hits to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a swing and little pop-up here right behind home plate. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the... Digging in, Tim Anderson. He's hitless in the game, as is much of the rest of his team.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Ball 1.
Outside.
Pops this one up. Santana in foul ground, and he brings it in on the warning track. So you've got to figure he's got a good chance here to finish this one off. And with that in mind, we take a look at the league leaders in complete games. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. No balls and a strike to count. The windup and the 0-1. No plate discipline that time, and he's in the hole now, 0-2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on. And if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
This guy is really locked in on the bump right now. He's just playing good old-fashioned hardball right now, just rearing back and letting it go. And it seems like this lineup, they don't have an answer for anything he's bringing so far.
0-1 the count. Now here it comes. In there at the knees, 0-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. High in the air out to center field. Naquin's under it. And that ends the inning. Digging in, Yoan Moncada. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Now a swing going. Look out over in the third base dugout as that thing nearly took out half the coaching staff. Skied into straightaway right. Luplow is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Back to the top of the White Sox lineup now, and stepping in, John Jay. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. This is foul for the first strike.
And
he takes this one high, 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. Slider, and that's hit on the ground towards second. Kipnis has it. Throw on to first, and the White Sox are down to their final out now. Digging in the switch hitter, Yolmer Sanchez. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Throw on to first will be in time, and the Indians have come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over.
Wow, talk about total dominance. 9 innings, only 2 hits allowed. That's about as good as it gets. This guy was as good in the 9th inning as he was in the 1st. So close to baseball history.
A 6-0 shutout to finish off tonight's game. Cleveland led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Number 23 hangs win number 11 on his line and records a complete game 2-hitter in doing so. Ronaldo Lopez pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
The final line score for our ball game tonight: for the victorious Cleveland Indians, 6 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors. They left 12 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 49 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's the finale, Game 7 of the American League Championship Series. Getting close to first pitch here. Let's listen in to public address announcer Alex Miniak. With that, here's a look at the Yankees' starting lineup. Dero, what's the key to them earning a World Series berth here in hostile territory?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one.
First pitch, 7:05.
And there's
1-1.
1. The next 1-2 pitch. Now a swing and a miss on the fastball. Then the leadoff man is set down here for the first out of the evening. Digging in now for the Yankees, Aaron Hicks. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Aaron Hicks.
Starts him out with a fastball too low for ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A ball and a strike.
That is such a tough pitch to lay off right there, but you have to find a way. There's nothing you're going to do with that low sinker except foul it into your shin or hit a ground ball to the left side.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. A ball and no strikes.
That's the ball.
Hey, 2 outs, nobody on, and a power hitter up. This is where, as a pitcher, you got to use the hitter's aggression against him. Get him to fish a little bit. Something a little more out of the zone than normal.
Ground ball foul down the left side. Just underway here in Cleveland. And it's a ball and 2 strikes now to Aaron Judge. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. So the Giancarlo Stanton now. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
The left fielder, Giancarlo.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Jumped ahead with strike 1 there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights out stuff, so it's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hitters on their heels.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Naquin's on his horse. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. First pitch coming. Here it is. Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1.
0-1.
1 out, nobody on. Fastball called for strike 2.
0-2.
Sent on the ground out to second. Taken in by Kipnis. Throw on to first. 2 gone. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball.
Ball, 1 strike.
And it's 0-2 to Sanchez. Two out, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Nothing across here this half.
The designated hitter, Gleyber Torres.
First pitch on its way. First pitch is a slider called for a strike. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. The 0-2 once more is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Boy, there's the perfect pitch right there. The straight changeup. He hadn't used it yet in this at bat, and what does he do? He uses it, pulls the string, and gets the big strikeout.
And he takes ball 1.
In.
Here's Kipnis now, the second baseman. throw in time at first for route number 2. And with 2 away now, let's have a look at our playoff tree. And as you see right there, the winner in this series will take on the newly crowned National League champs, the Colorado Rockies. And what an intriguing series that should be. Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. Here it comes, 0-2. The left side. Gonna be a tough play. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in DJ LeMahieu. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
It's 0-1.
You might see a change of game plan right here from the pitcher and catcher. They have to find a way to get these guys off that early count heater. Look for a little bit of change of pace.
1-2 to DJ LeMahieu.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. So 1 away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring up the switch hitter Aaron Hicks. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Hicks stands 6'1" and hits from both sides of the plate. He was a first-round pick during the 2008 draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Good fight to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for route number 2. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the former American League Rookie of the Year, Big Aaron Judge. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Fouled away. Yankees still on the lookout for hit number 1 here. And he struck him out. His 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Now here's the pitch. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
Hey, this guy has been locating his fastball all game to perfection. Talking to a number of big league pitchers over the years, they'll tell you a well-executed fastball with good location is still the best pitch in the game.
Hit hard to short, reined in. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. Here's Didi Gregorius. First delivery to him on the way. Fastball is swung on and missed.
Hey, I never want to take an offense's aggression away, but they've been swinging at a lot of pitches early in the count, find themselves down. I think they need to regroup, have a meeting in the dugout, and figure out a way to maybe look at some pitches.
And this is handled easily, so quickly 2 are gone here to start the 5th. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he fouls this one off. No runs, no hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Strike 2 swinging just out in front of the slider.
Hey, this guy is 1 strike away from absolutely cruising through the first 5 innings. No need to even warm up the bullpen the way this guy's pounding the zone.
1-2 to the Yankees catcher. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. So the Yanks go. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. He's set to lead us off in the 6th inning.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
1 ball, no strikes the count. Swung on and missed.
1-1.
Swing and a miss on the
1 and 2
fastball, and it's 1-2.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's his windup. I don't know if it's just flat stuff. But he's getting a lot of swings outside the zone, and he's having a big game.
And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far. Digging in for his second at-bat, Luke Voigt.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he can rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. No runs, no hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Now another 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
Ready with another 2-2. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Niko Goodrum stands in as he looks at a called strike. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole.
0-2. 0-2.
Not looking good after being down 0-2. I think at the very least you got to work this pitcher's count a little bit. Try and get back into a decent count where maybe you can come through.
That's a foul.
And he struck him out. So it might be time to begin the countdown as he's now gone through. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Ned. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. And he strikes him out here. So that's out number 1 here in the 7th as he continues to keep him out of the hit column. Stepping into the box, Aaron Hicks. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Strike 2 swinging.
Guys, I've been really impressed with him tonight. I mean, he's carving these guys up with all of his pitches.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Hicks now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Grounded weakly down the line toward third, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Now another 2-2. And out at first as he almost beat him to the bag that time, but the foot just beats the runner for out number 2. Stepping into the box, Aaron Judge. He went down on strikes last time up. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1.
Yeah.
And that's in there as well. 0-2 now. Here it comes, 0-2. And it's fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Line shot to second, but it's caught and the side is retired. 2-3 go. Striding forward now, the Yankee cleanup hitter, Giancarlo Stanton. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by one. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Hey, that's a great job by the pitcher to get ahead right there. You know you got a star hitter at the plate. He's not afraid to go to 2 strikes or go deep in the count. That's what you have to do. You have to put him at a disadvantage with the count.
And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. Ready with another 0-2. And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first. And Santana will watch it into the glove for the first down. Now batting, Didi Gregorius. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And a cold strike on the outside part of the plate.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
Yankee shortstop behind in the count 1-2.
1-2.
Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, when you're staring at a big 0 in the hit column, getting a call like that to go your way can feel like a big victory.
Now a bouncing ball for the shortstop Lindor. Fields it cleanly. Throw just does beat him to the bag, as that was pretty close.
Well, a huge out number 2 here in the 8th. 4 outs remain, but the finish line is starting to come into focus now.
And that's waved at and missed for strike 1.
I don't know if this is great deception by the pitcher, great arm action, or just bad offensive approach. They got to find a way to get something in the zone. Somebody's got to be willing to take a pitch, maybe move something the other way to kind of calibrate what the strike zone's going to be.
And he goes the other way, but he got a lot of it deep down the line. And he will get there to make the running play. And here's the first pitch. Grounded to third. Ramirez is there. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Riding in once again, Luke Voit. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And a called strike down in the zone, 0-1. The first base line. This will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Now the 0-2 pitch. 0-2 pitch is a sinker that misses, but he's still in command, 1-2. And with 1 out in the 9th, he's just now coming up on his 100th pitch of the ballgame.
Yeah, Matty, he's going to finish this one on adrenaline if he's allowed to. We'll see how the manager plays this one. I know guys like Dan Plesac were locked and loaded in this position.
Oh, this is right now a dream if you're out in that bullpen right now. Your starting pitcher gets you into the 9th inning. The guys that, if they do get up in the 9th inning, these are the best relievers, and they're just lurking out there. What a terrific job up to this point.
The 1-1 pitch. Taking called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight. A packed house. 43,515 on their feet in Cleveland. Swing and a ground ball. This could do it. Cleveland wins, and the Indians are going to the World Series.
Well, congratulations to them, as they're now the American League champs. They're going to celebrate tonight, and then they're going to have to refocus for a run at the ultimate prize, the World Series trophy. Can't wait.
Well, you don't have to look too far to find our top player of the game. I'd say anytime you throw a perfect game, you'd be a pretty strong candidate.
Yeah, no need to offer any debate this time. All you have to do is look at the box score. No hits, no walks, not even a base runner. We talked about his brilliance all game long, and you can bet he's going to celebrate this one tonight.
For my partners, Dan Plesac, Mark DeRosa, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been the American League Championship Series.
The final line score for our ball game tonight: for the victorious Cleveland Indians, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors.
Here's how the Indians are setting up on D. And let's take a look at first baseman Carlos Santana. Originally came up from the minors as a catcher. Also has dabbled at DH. But don't get it twisted. This guy can handle first base as well with soft hands and big-time power at the plate.
Daniel Murphy is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike.
7-0-7.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch.
Ball 1.
1 ball and 1 strike to their
1-0.
DH here tonight.
A great case of a manager sticking up for his pitcher right there and giving that umpire an earful. He didn't get that pitch called the way he wanted it to, but seed in that umpire's mind to try to expand the strike zone so some of those borderline pitches start to go his pitcher's way.
Dan Otero is forced onto the mound now following the injury.
Number 61. Yeah. Otero.
Let's play ball.
Back now on the show. It's all over, and you see the reactions there to the final out. And down on the field, we'll get a chance to watch the presentation of the Commissioner's Trophy to the new world champs.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Rockies, 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 43 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Progressive Field, 35,041. The Indians thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive home safely. Thank you and good night.
A conciliatory phone call. New to the majors, this player is offered schooling on the structure of his contract. The agent moves on from that topic. It seems the player is contemplating a change of scene.